We're going to be doing some work with the Steyr Kropatschek rifles of 1886. And I have to make this video first, and it's kind of important and something that I strongly suggest you do if you're going to totally disassemble this gun. You're going to need to make a little homemade tool to work with tubular magazine. It's a little brass tube that runs down like on the old Mauser rifles, and you have to use this or you're going to damage the tube and run into trouble. So what you're going to need, you go down to the hardware store, and this is the following things you're going to need. You're going to need a long little bolt of some sort. And what I did is I bought a package 6 by 32 threads per inch, 3 inches long. I went down to Lowe's, and you get a 3-inch long bolt like this. Okay? And this package came with bolts and slotted heads, and it had the nuts on it, so I didn't have to get any nuts. So I bought a package of this, and you're going to need like 3 nuts for this project. So I got the bolt and I got the nuts. Each one of the bolts came with a nut on it. So there's my 3 nuts. I didn't have to buy anything else. You're going to need, I suggest, 1/4-inch washers. You're going to need 2 of these. So you buy a little bag of 1/4-inch washers. Everything's pennies, $1, this and that. Or you might already have it. And you're going to need 2 number 6 washers, which I bought a little bag there. So there's your 2 number 6 washers, your flat fender washers. Then the critical part is you're going to need 3/8 flat rubber washers. You find this in the faucet repair, and just make sure when you go on the back it shows you 3/8 diameter, 3/8 of an inch. That's what we want. And they're just flat washers. They have tapered ones, but you want a flat one. We're going to need some of these. So I think 5 of them will do. 5 washers. Going to need wrenches. I got a little wrench that fits on that bolt for the thing there, a little open end wrench, 9/16 wrench or a crescent wrench, either one. But you're going to need 2 wrenches, and I'll explain why when we tighten this up. And some Loctite. Alright, how you make the tool is, take the bolt, take one of them number 6 washers, put it down on the bolt like this. So you got it to where that head draws up. Now you take a 1/4-inch washer, and the reason you got the smaller one is you need the 1/4-inch to get surface, but as you see the 1/4-inch falls out. So we got to put a number 6 washer in to hold the 1/4-inch washer in place. So, numbers, alright, start from the beginning. 6 by 32 3-inch long bolt. We put a number 6 size washer, flat washer on it. Then we go with a 1/4-inch flat washer, and that'll hold it on there. Then we take our 5 rubber washers, faucet washers, and get them in there. See, we got it like this now. We got a stack of washers on it. And you take another 1/4-inch washer. They might not line up, but don't worry about it because you're going to have to tighten this down to get into the tube. And then you cap it off with that other number 6. Take a bolt, or I mean a nut, I'm sorry. Take a nut. Put the nut on there, run that down. And this is all going to kind of move around it. Just try to line it up straight. and just get your nut on there. Alright. Now you take two other nuts up here at the top, thread on one and the other. And what you're going to have to try to do is turn these against each other to lock them into place. And you want them to line up so the flats are lined up. Okay? In other words, you don't want them tightened up and not matched up. You got to try to keep them matched up so it's one flat, because then you'll put your wrench on that and grab it later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this there, that wrench there holding the one nut. Try to lock down, no, it didn't work. Do it this way. One on there, this one there, and just tighten it up. Now that's tightened, they're tight together, they're face to face. And then you can always take a little bit of Loctite and put a dab of Loctite onto the nuts to hold that in place. And how this is going to work is you're going to grab these on the end here, insert this rubber thing into the tube, crank down on this to expand the rubber washers out, and they're going to grip the tube so you can pull the tube from the rifle stock. Because if you try it any other way with pliers or whatever, you're gonna damage that tube. And I'm gonna do videos on disassembling a gun, and I'm gonna show you exactly how this tool is used and how it can save you a lot of grief. Because if you damage them little copper or brass tubes in there, the magazine tube, you're not gonna find a replacement. And once it's dented, then the cartridges won't feed through the tube magazine. So you're going to need this little tool to do that, and I'll show you in the next video how it's done.